Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 76 of Journey to the Farlands. Yet another episode. Finally, one where I talk. Wow, isn't it? It's been a bit, actually. I was looking at the playlist while I was getting yesterday's episode up, and I noticed that we're quite. It's been a while, actually, since I've uploaded a commentary episode. I mean, it's only been like a week, probably. Maybe less than that. But then again, I was also quite sick, and now I'm back to relatively more relative normalcy. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on as I do. Um, roll with things as they go. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I'll get on with like the daily preamble and all that jazz, all that conversating that I so kindly do, you guys. Anyway. Um, Yeah, 76 of these episodes. Not to mention all the megasodes, of course. There's like 3 of them, and each of them like 3 parts. I guess one's 4. So that's a lot of episodes. A lot of episodes. Probably more, of course. If I had streamed since the beginning, oh, here's this age-old discussion, but I didn't, so you guys get, I'm sure you guys are gonna be more than fine with 76 episodes, even if it doesn't show the whole picture. But at least now I am showcasing that kind of thing. But anywho, I'll get on talking about things. In case you guys missed it, I'll just do the broken record thing for a few minutes, so you can skip ahead if you don't want to hear my stuff I've talked about in the previous few commentary episodes of Journey of the Farlands. But I figure I catch everyone up while I'm kind of better now, and I'm sure people will be tuning into this. Usually people like to tune into the commentary stuff. Although, I've seen people tune into no commentary often, I guess, since that's become a bit more of a norm. I've definitely noticed some viewership. Anywho, I'll get on with the conversation. You can head if you want. But anywho, what happened over the last little while? Well, I did my exams, and then I immediately got COVID, and I spent the rest of my break. I had like a good week and a half about, and I spent most of that just being sick. I moved upstairs because my parents were also on a trip, so I utilized that time to do some journeying. So I decided I'd get some coverage of the world here, and we got. I don't know the exact number. I swear it's in the hundreds of thousands. It's pretty good for like a week's worth of Farlands adventures. Yeah, we started at very late 2.1 million, and we ended at 2.4 million. I'll just do 10. Oh, what would it be? So it's yesterday was the 6th, the 5th. I'll do it to the 5th. End of the 5th. That was like the end of the break. 931 minus, I don't know, 417. That's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty far. 872. I assume it's probably like 200k. Yeah, 222,000 blocks. Which I don't know how that sounds to you guys as viewers. I'm sure that's pretty crazy to walk that in a week. But in terms of the 12.5 million we have to go, well, to go from here, we've already done 2.4 mil of that 12 mil. But that's still a long way. But we're still making progress nonetheless. I mean, this past month has been crazy in terms of coverage. It hasn't been super crazy, but it's been good. So yeah, I got COVID. I started a break, doing most of that. Most of it was no commentary. I did do some commentaries when needed. Like a few streams into the break here, I died mistakenly. I don't even know what happened. I must have just zoned out, or I was watching. I was kind of honing in on some media that I was watching. Some kind of probably Doctor Who or something. Maybe some of my YouTubes. But I died in the world here. That was a setback. I guess you guys can see all that on stream now. I've been doing this since November. Well, pretty much everything I've done during the Farlands since November has been documented and archived. The boring parts and the exciting parts. That was definitely exciting, I guess. It was a bit of a shock, to die like that in lava, but it happens. And I did an emergency outpost, as I called it, but it's just Outpost 2. I guess now it's been a month since Outpost 1. So within 1 month I did 2 outposts, which is quite funny. But I won't make that a habit, most likely. I'll probably hold off on dying, preferably. And if I do die, I'll just have to make do with stone tools for a while. Stone and progressively get an iron back. But ideally, I don't die. Ideally, I'm a bit more careful, but there's always that small chance now, I realize. But if I'm careful enough, I can survive, like I have done for 4 or 5 months before that death. But anyway, that kind of leads us, I guess, to the final bit of the break, which was just my strenuous journeying, where I did like over 100k in like a few days. I even did 50k in one day, 40k the day before. Was it the day before? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like 30k when when was the second? My brain. I've definitely noticed. I don't know if it's just my usual antics with forgetting things, but I definitely have noticed being zoned out a lot more since I had COVID. I don't know if that is actually correlating that, but Thursday. It was Thursday. So yeah, Thursday kind of through Sunday was kind of through Sunday was kind of the big bulk walking period where I just did a whole bunch of walking. I did some before that, like I averaged 20k a day, which is pretty good for my usual average of what's my average traditionally? It's usually like 12-13k average, like spanned over the whole time. I think right now the average is sitting at 13k. I think that's about it, right? Yeah. So yeah, we're working our way to the Farlands. May take me 2 years or 3 years. Who knows? Could take me a year. I completely don't know. Maybe even less than that. I'm really not sure. My best guess would be probably a year or 2 years to 2.5 years. I know that's a long time to wait for the Farlands, but it's better than not reaching the Farlands at all. Could just give up. Although 2.5 years, that may eat into my universe or kind of my post-secondary stuff. So it may have to wait if we get to that point or if we get too far, or if we don't get far enough, I guess. Don't get far enough in a good enough time. Like I got a good year and a half to screw around and join the Farlands here, I'd say. And after that, it's a bit more uncertain. I'll definitely return after my post-secondary plans, but I'm just saying that it might be less or a bit more unpredictable. That it already is. Well, it's not even really that unpredictable. I usually just stream on the daily for this series, because that's what works. I like to get that progress. That's a lot of wool. And then sometimes I just autopilot the wool, but I don't have a no wool at all. A lot of optimism today, it seems. But I figure, I guess, I talk about some stuff that I got planned, as I always like to do in these episodes. Talk about the future. at least the immediate future. I'm not going to go too far in advance, but the kind of plan right now is today. I guess like I'll just kind of be doing the usual Journey to the Farlands content for the foreseeable future, as I've made clear abundantly. I guess I'll just kind of be walking as I do for the hell of it, and I may do some more series stuff. Like I'll definitely be continuing hardcore adventures. That's quite fun to play some hardcore Minecraft. And I might even start a series on the new SMP at some point in the future as we get a bit further. I'm a bit more hesitant to start streaming a series like that just because I've had bad luck with all these SMPs I've been running lately. So I just want this one to be able to see it through, and then I'll start streaming it. So it won't be directly from the beginning this time, but I'm sure you can already see that, or see multiple new crafts from scratch and the Fellowship. So I figure just kind of hopping into something, no context, is kind of a bit more fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit more enjoyable just for me and the three of us on the SMP. So that's kind of that. I did talk, I think in the stream I did yesterday, Hardcore Adventures episode I did, where I did talk about starting a new series at some point soon, and that may come to pass if I get into kind of a rut, or if I kind of, not a rut but per se, but I don't know, if I feel like starting something fresh again. I've already done Hardcore Adventures, but I feel like I could definitely work with another series, considering they both would be equal consistency, where I just kind of upload them whenever. There's not really gonna be too much of a schedule. I mean, I assume for this series that I got planned at least once a week, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Hardcore Adventures is probably gonna be every once in a while, maybe like once every 2 weeks or once a week. I haven't quite figured that out. And I'm not gonna actually pick days to stream these things. I just stream based off how I'm feeling. So at least until I get a bit more of an audience and people demanding that I make a schedule and stream at certain times only, that kind of thing, make it a bit more easy to watch. I'll just remain the way I am right now. That's the easiest for me, but I'll for sure consider shaking things up as it's required. Yeah, I get the new series I'm doing. It'll be I don't really have a name for it. I think I'll just call it like Minecraft and then the version. I'll be going through a bunch of different versions in the series. A whole slew of versions. I think that could be fun. Kind of walking through different versions. Not literally. I do literal walking near the Farlands. I'll save that for this. All that mainstream stuff, or not mainstream, but all that focused channel stuff. All you guys seem to love this series, so I'm not getting rid of Journey to the Farlands anytime soon. But I still want to sprinkle in some new stuff, because I like to keep it fresh for myself, of course, and for those of you who enjoy some of these series. I know maybe Hardcore Adventures might not be the most of you guys. I mean, compared to this, it's better, but I guess it's a bit more average. But I'll be kind of going through the versions, starting in the in dev and then going all the way up to modern release at 1.19. I guess 1.20 might even be out by that time, so I could easily play some. That's kind of the plan for that series. Kind of fun single player stuff. Excellent plans ahead. And it doesn't mean Oldcraft won't really be in the works. It's still in the works. Probably years away. Or at least years away. I don't even know if I'll stream that. So that I'll do this as a bit of a tide over plan. as a kind of way of forward, kind of to do some different things. Although viewership seems to suggest that Journey to the Farlands is kind of where it's at for my channel right now. Twitch and YouTube have proven that. I guess YouTube mainly because it doesn't really stick around on Twitch. I think me and Devin have both found out that Twitch isn't really built for that kind of YouTube-like stuff where you like highlight videos and you. Because that's kind of the initial thing I did with Journey to the Farlands and Newcraft, where I just highlighted them and I made collections. I was like, yeah, I like Twitch. And then I think Brody or Devin, they were either of them were like asking all about me moving over to YouTube. I was like, that's not too bad an idea. It would probably be a good idea. Probably might get some probably viewership over there. And I was right. Definitely have gotten more viewership. Gotten better viewership on YouTube than Twitch. Because Twitch is live, so too much following. So afterwards, at least right now. So that's kind of the gist of things. I guess I did do both Twitch and YouTube after that, but I just went straight YouTube, and I still do go straight to YouTube. Like I don't keep highlights on Twitch here. I export it all over to YouTube. Just because I quite enjoy kind of YouTube's. It's quite fun. And it lets me go back to check out old videos too. And I'll probably re-edit them as time goes on. As I evolve my editing style. Well, lack thereof right now, of course, but I just do very minimal stuff. The kind of point of the channel is to be a bit more minimalist anyway. Definitely maybe a bit more of a lazy decision. You can call it that, but you could interpret things how you will. I just think it's minimalistic, representative of, times past. I mean, my more modern types of series like Hardcore Adventures and Newcraft or whatever, like all that kind of stuff was, I guess it's a bit more, format's it's a bit harder to apply. Well, not harder, but it takes away from the quality maybe. I don't know. You guys could go on that, but I don't know about the complete, like the raw footage style like that. Because I know the whole idea with the modern SMP or Let's Play format is highly edited. Editing it like hours of footage, like even days for some, not days, but like many hours of footage down to like 30 minutes, so you get plenty of content. So I'm not too sure how I fare in that. I seem to have gathered a collection of people who seem to enjoy the content, which is nice. I figure most people on Twitch are fine with the raw footage anyway, because that's literally what Twitch streaming is just turning things on and just doing things. And in my case, it's just walking 12.5 million blocks, I guess on the diagonal, for no particular reason, in case anyone's wondering. Just thought it'd be cool. I think the reason I went to the corner Farlands because I had an interest, of course, in the corner Farlands, and I asked Devin which one he thinks is cooler without asking him. I don't know if I actually told him if I was planning on going to one or the other, but I decided to go to the corner Farlands. I think that was 2 days into the journey. That was the 18th or whatever, 18th of August, when I decided to switch direction. I guess that would come back to bite me, and I had to correct the coordinates. That's why they're much more in sync now. Well, they're not, they're a bit out of sync right now, of course, but they're not as out of sync as they were. They're better. I spent like 2 weeks correcting the coordinates. I guess you guys can see the streams for that. Well, like the I guess the highlights, because that was back when I was doing like 1 or 2 commentary videos a week. Sometimes 3 if I was feeling good. I don't remember. I don't really know my rates now with that kind of stuff. I just do. Don't really think. I just do. But I think. But I just kind of let the tapes roll, and whatever happens, happens. That's kind of my process of things. Well, I don't need that. Just moving stuff around here. Oh, the world's loading. In case you guys are wondering, I think since I've gotten home, or at least since a few hours ago, I've been trying to load a 1.12 version of Journey to the Farlands. Oh, I didn't keep track of days either. Shoot, I was supposed to do that. Well, we've already gone through 1 day, and this is the 2nd day of the stream, because I can tell because the lack of bed, and it's also a full day has gone by already. 2 days actually. This is day 2. So I'm gonna make sure I remember how many days have gone by, because I'm gonna add that to the number in the Farlands, or the 1.12 one. I'm sure people are I'm sure people are being like, "Oh, if why don't you just do it in 1.12 if you can convert it, or why not just do it in modern Minecraft for that matter?" Were removed in beta 1.8 and all subsequent versions, so the journey really only can legitimately be done in this version here. Otherwise, it's just using mods, which I could do, but I kind of wanted to just do it the kind of the faithful way. I don't know. Oh, faithful. If I was truly devout faithful to beta 1.7.3, I wouldn't have removed the jitters. That's why you don't see a visual stutter, but I decided to just fix them because I figured it'd be nice not to have them for you guys. I'm sure pretty much everyone else who's done Journey to the Farlands has had the stutters, but then again, this is also my series, and I decide things at the end of the day. That's kind of the be-all, end-all of things. I do decide things. Still my series. But I'm gonna I should make some here. But yeah, it's kind of the general things once again. Walking to oblivion, as I've made abundantly clear. Why do I say the corner of oblivion? Because not really walking to the regular oblivion, because that's just the far lines. I'm walking to the corner world now. So yeah. Oh, we got some beds. I'm gonna make sure to mark down each day. So we've gotten 2 days gone by so far. I'm gonna get a quick snooze here. Oh, well, the crafting table is here. I might enjoy a quick bowl of stew because I realize our health's been low for a while. I'm sure maybe some of you guys are a bit maybe a bit frustrated. I don't know. Oh gosh, I keep doing that. You guys have probably noticed me doing that. I've done that so many times. Gosh, guys. The very reason why I throw those after I eat them, like after I eat the stew, is because I'm used to crafting a bowl every time. But now, since Outpost 1 for like a month now, I've been holding on to the bowl because I have lots of room now. Like before, I was like really bad at organizing. Well, not really bad, but I was mediocre. I had a lot of stuff filling up my inventory. Not anymore. Like I have a little bit of stuff, but it's pretty good actually. Pretty solid. I mean, I still got junk in my inventory, but I enjoy a little bit of junk in the inventory. That's character, I say. Well, I guess also in terms of what I've been doing, I also decided to let you guys name episodes. So if you guys join the Discord, you guys are welcome to suggest names for episodes that don't. And the kind of main idea behind it is that I have. Oh gosh, COVID cough. Anyway, um, the main idea behind it, kind of the whole name the episode thing, is I've got 3 no commentary episodes that literally had no substance to them. I'm not gonna insult them, but I'm insulting. They they have like, at least they had not enough content to get a name. Which usually if I can't come up with a name, I just give it something random. But those episodes were exceptions to those rules of my naming. So I've let you guys name them. I've let my friends name them before, like We Be Movin', that was named by Brody, and Cake and Kamikaze, which was Devin. But I've let my friends name episodes before. But I figure I let you guys name episodes since you guys, there's more of you now on the Discord. And I'll see if any of the episodes actually get named. If not, it's alright. I'm fine having nameless episodes. Or I can just name them myself too. At least tentative titles or something. But anywho, I figured I'd try something like that. I wanted to test the waters a little bit. That kind of stuff. Once again, testing things. But I always am kind of altering my process and all that. And you guys get a word in sometimes too. I get a word in. So the world's 71% done converting. That's good. So depending on how long the episode is, well, I'll probably film until that world loads anyway. So maybe, just maybe, you might get an accurate day count on Journey to the Farlands. I figured I'd make the episode title of this episode the amount of days I've traveled. Accurately, actually. Well, it's not, I mean not real life days, I'm talking Minecraft days. I might have to clarify. Because if I say something like 2,000, I don't know where the day count is. It's probably somewhere around there, maybe higher, maybe lower. I really don't know. My last real big guess was over 1,000. I think it was like 1,600, but that was a long time ago. So I don't really know how many days have passed. I've done a lot of walking since then, and I've also done outposts. But the outposts usually only account for like 100 or so days. 100 days, yeah. Just because of all the diamond mine. I think at spawn I spent like a good, or maybe it's 30. I might have spent 30 days at spawn. I don't remember. So maybe it's not 100 days. Maybe that's an overshoot. It might be 50. Could be 50 altogether. Everything. There's those days in Journey to the Farlands where I'm not quite as efficient. Like the day in, I think, 4A to Shenaniganry where I was in the spawner for a day. And, in this world where I was doing all the pig stuff for multiple days. So it's not going to be accurate to, I haven't walked in a straight line for all that time. All those in-game days. So it won't be 100% accurate, unfortunately. We'll never get that accurate. And as for how many hours I've walked, I guess that will be a good proof. Because I could just convert that to hours by just, I guess that's what, the amount of days multiplied by the amount of time it is in a day, like 10 minutes. Even though I have played through nighttime, but that wouldn't really bother the day count anyway. The playtime might be a bit altered, but who cares? It's only a small fraction of days that I actually spent nighttime. There's a few times during walking when I was walking at night. I've done that a few times, and even I guess in recent episodes I've kind of just edged on night a little bit, and even later when I would go on a good boating trip, that kind of thing. So yeah, I've had a fair share of times like that, but I guess all I'm saying, the long and short, kind of the TLDR, would be just take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's kind of cool to see the days, how many in-game days have legitimately passed. I don't really have a good accurate hour counter. Like I haven't kept track of actual hours. And the statistics menu is inaccurate. Well, it is accurate. Like it's darn accurate, but the statistics menu also reset at I think a few months ago. I've got a few months worth of statistics if I look here. I usually don't show it because I don't really bother, but yeah, this is a bit out of, it's out of date. It's not like, yeah, it says 3 deaths, which it is true. I've died 3 times since the statistics menu reset. And this is pretty solid. Like you can see how many blocks I've mined, a lot of dirt mined, a lot of, and you can see diamonds. Where are the diamonds? Maybe they're not here. Maybe they're not. But oh, there it is. 171 mined, which it would be higher. It'd be like more like 260 or something because I mined a lot at spawn. Well, maybe not that much, a fair bit. So yeah, it's take it with a grain of salt, like I said, or this also, I guess, take both with a grain of salt. Um, like beds, like you an accurate day count, like the 840 here, 840 times. I believe that. I drafted it 100 and something times, but that's also way higher. The game just can't keep track of that as well. Yeah, it keeps track of the discs too. Just one. And my armor that broke. But I believe one of my early episodes actually shows the original statistics menu. So if you really want to do the math, if you really are that big of a stickler on statistics, you could always look on that. And there isn't too big of a gap in between that and this, I believe. It was only like a few days or weeks later that things kind of got all over the place, statistics wise. So you could really take both and add them together or whatever. I mean, feel free to if you really want, but the proof is there. You know, uh, if you're concerned about legitimacy, I am not too bothered by it. Like people being like, "Oh, you're faking it." I'm not. I'm on episode 76 of this now. I may not have filmed the entirety of the journey, but I feel like the fact that I've filmed 76 plus, including megasodes, like multi-hour long episodes. I feel like if I had faked it, you know, it's quite the grind for someone who quote unquote faked the journey. And as far as legitimacy is concerned, this is pretty legit. Not really too many things that would really challenge that. I guess the minor qualities I have, actually, I don't even know if I'd call them quality of life. Well, I guess the only real one like that is shit fix. And the fact that I'm using a mod pack, well, it's not really much of a mod pack, it's just a beta. It's called 2 beta 2T, I think. It's like the server. But it's beta fixed, where it just fixes a lot of like game-breaking errors and stuff that were in the game that were, of course, patched in later versions. But, this is like still a beta version, technically. Like from 12, 13, 12 years ago. From almost 12 years ago. It's, I figured I'd fix some of that stuff to prevent some unnecessary chaos, like crashing and all that. Still get to see the Farlands, and maybe the game will lag a little bit when I get there. I can always turn on the jitters if you want the more au naturel view. I don't really care about the jitters. Like I don't. They're kind of I used to, but that was before I knew there was a mod that fixed them. So I've just thrown in mods as time has gone on. Like, the mod allowing me to use my skin, and the mod that allows me, I think there's one, yeah, see, there's this, but it doesn't do anything. I think that was when I had beta tweaks, which did fix things, but I found it to be too invasive. I think I talked about that in an early episode where I was testing with mods. I found it to be a bit too, it changed a bit too much. Like, it challenged the legitimacy of the series a bit too much. Like, made the boats more normal. Like you got the actual boat item back, and you could break crafting tables quicker with better axes, which sounds pretty straightforward. Like it sounds like that's kind of stuff you'd expect for now, but beta is definitely subverts expectations if you're used to modern Minecraft. But I guess what I gotta do is I gotta pick a version to start in for our adventures through Minecraft. I'm not gonna call it that because that's too close to hardcore adventures. I'm not gonna do anything journey or adventure. I already got those names taken. Where are we? I'm getting lag now. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. We're out of sync for a second, but now we're in sync. It's 3/4 done, so I'm hoping it doesn't take too much longer. So I'm hoping I can convert the world and showcase the excellence that is Journey to the Farlands in 1.12. I have not. It's quite fun actually seeing the world updated or upgraded because the worlds kind of get screwed up, which will be something you will see in my new series. I actually might be starting it tomorrow. That's don't quote me on that, of course. As with pretty much anything I say, don't quote me on it. But unless I'm like super concrete solid on things, most of the time it's pretty tentative. You'll find, but my hope is to. Oh, I like this. I'm gonna take a picture. If my game doesn't crash, my screenshot. But my plan right now is to start the series tomorrow. Just because I have some. If I have time tomorrow, if I have too much homework, then I'll have to postpone it to like the weekend or something. Although I do have a series with Devin planned, like a mini series. It'll only be like a few episodes anyway. Might even be one. I don't even know. Really depends on how long we survive. I've talked about it before. I might get into that since we're still only 40 minutes into the episode. But I'll keep talking about this new series. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see what is the earliest inf-dev version I could play without the game completely, screwing up upon upgrading. I think it could be fun to go into inf-dev because you get all that old terrain. And then when alpha comes around, we can kind of still utilize that terrain, but adventure out a little bit to get some new stuff. There's like sugarcane that gets added, and cacti, and all sorts of fun things. So, yeah, for that series, I think what the plan would be is kind of utilizing spawn. If spawn looks nice, I'll probably just base up there. If not, I'll just walk away from spawn until I find a cool area. Hopefully not too far, because, new chunks will be a prominent thing in that series. But the kind of plan, yeah, is just to play Minecraft, commentate, kind of educate you guys on old Minecraft, maybe. I don't know. I probably won't overly explain everything, just in case people are watching that already know that stuff and they're just like, oh. But I figure it'd be a fun thing to enjoy. Go back and reminisce. I have never played InfDev before either, so it'd be quite fun to go into InfDev first. And then I can showcase Alpha, Alpha and InfDev will probably be quite similar. So they'll be probably at the same base, and then as beta rolls around, I'll probably start moving out. It is quite dramatically different in terrain terms. I think Alpha is a little bit different, but I would argue that you probably keep a base around for both of those stages of the Let's Play. And then as beta roll around, we'd bullet out to a new area, a new beta terrain, and we'd start a new base, and it'd just be like a beta Let's Play. Except, we'd have our stuff from the alpha base a little bit. But I figure we move on. I don't really want to live in the same base the entire time. Well, I mean, I can, but I also think it'd be cool to show you guys the new terrain as time moves on. And then with like release versions, I'll have to see about when to move to new areas because it's kind of hard. I might just stay at the beta base for the rest of the series. There may also be like a intermediary base at the end. or some kind of end game base. Once we reach like one of the release versions, I don't know. I haven't quite gotten that worked out, but at least for the time being, the first base will be the alpha or the inf-dev and alpha base, and hopefully that'll be entertaining. Hopefully some of you guys might tune into that. I'm hoping it sounds fun. It sounds fun on paper. Let's plays of that kind of style. Like I've seen 100 Days, like SB. Uh, SB did that. I remember, is that game 727? I don't remember. But I'll definitely have to maybe do some crediting because I got some ideas from some YouTubers who've done it in the past. 737, not 727. Yeah, SB 737 did 100 Days where he went through the versions and started in InfDev, which I thought was quite cool, but I'm just not gonna I'm just not gonna do it in 100 days. I think in terms of upgrading, I'll probably what's up with memory? I've noticed the game's got a bit laggy. Probably just because I'm trying to convert a world at the same time. So if you notice some lag today, like that, or that's probably just my game looping itself. The fact that I got 1.12 also opened. So my apologies, but my curiosity is getting the best of me, and I want to figure out the day count more accurately. I'm thinking it's probably somewhere between 2,000 and 3,500. That's my guess. Could be anywhere in there. Could even be beyond that for all I know. I could be completely far off. It could be like 4,000, 5,000. This sounds a bit more fantastical. I'm gonna assume it's in the thousands at least, because last time I checked it was like 1,000 or around there, in the hundreds maybe. And that was way long ago. That was when the world was tiny size. So yeah, we'll have to see. Well, tiny in size. I'd walked a fair bit to have gotten through that many days, but you know what I mean. I also I do hyperbole with a lot of things as well. I just shoot everything into the stratosphere. And I'm like, oh my god, 12,000 blocks, more like 2 billion stuff. But kind of have to in this series. My accuracy has been skewed. Has most definitely been skewed. In terms of where I have been, I can tell you pretty to the day where I would be. So if you're like, where were you October? Wait, no, not October. I'll try something else this time. I think I did in October. When I did this before. Where was I? September 18th, 22. I'll go through my notebook. Because now I've pitted myself to the challenge, and you guys will yell at me if I don't. Oh, I'm just kidding. You guys are pretty nice, actually. But was there the entirety of September in there? What did I say? The 18th. We're at 740,000 blocks, and we had reached 776,000 blocks. I mean, to be exact, 776, 171. We would walk 35k that day. So I got a good log of every single day, all 170 something of them. I know you guys are probably like, you're crazy for logging that. For logging, 170 plus days of walking in Minecraft. But to that, I say, if you think that's crazy, just wait till you see the fact that I've walked for half a year in beta 1.7.3 Minecraft. Okay. Come back to me when you realize just how much 12.5 million blocks is. Because that's the distance to the Farlands. It's not just an arbitrary distance I've chosen. I could have just went into modern Minecraft and be like, we're gonna walk 12.5 million blocks for fun. And very pointless, but pointless. But I think otherwise. A lot of this is just my own enjoyment anyway. So your enjoyment is lovely. I love to hear people's compliments and excitement about the series and pushing me forward with their continue or keep up the good work, that kind of stuff. But there's always gonna be the people who are like, oh, why would you lock 2.5 million blocks in a block game? Waste all that time. But yeah, I to that I say I'm enjoying myself. That's what video games do. It's an escape. Definitely quite the escape. I'm definitely running from something if it makes you want to run 12.5 million blocks. I saw something that spawned that I did not like. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm just looking for the Farlands. I'm just a humble guy looking for some Minecraft thing. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. But I don't think that matters. I think it's not that it doesn't matter that people, you know what? Oh gosh, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna explain everything. I can get away with some things, some of my ramblings. Probably already tuned out already, most part. But we gotta snag a mushroom though. Could always use a mushroom. Never hurts. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna make it. It's 77%, guys. That's a long way to go. Oh, things are all out of whack. This world conversion thing is weird. Yeah, one thing I gotta get used to is the I guess since I had COVID over recently, I deal with COVID off and the neurological aftermath. Although I feel relatively fine most of the time, but I still get some kind of, if any you guys know what that is. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are too young to or don't care, but we just don't know. But it kind of just feels like I'm a bit more in third person sometimes. I guess as you put it. I told Devin it was real life lag, but it's a bit of hyperbole going on there. I'm exaggerating by saying that a little bit, but whatever. Yeah, I'm definitely noticed some stuff. Although, if I did say memory stuff, I've noticed I've always been kind of a bit. I think everyone, I mean, unless you have photographic memory, but like most people have trouble remembering common things sometimes. Like I forget like facts sometimes when I'm trying to think, trying to think of stuff. I might take a cough break, just because I'm. Actually, speaking of which, I might actually take. I know it's not nighttime. I usually take my breaks at night, but I also could use a bit of a rest on the vocal cords for at least like a good 10-15 minutes. Kind of depends. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What's going on. How I'm thinking about it, I might just go to no commentary. I don't know you guys. Oh, Jody, you're talking. I'm kind of running out of things to talk about, I realize. I mean, I guess it makes sense. We're about an hour in anyway. I wanted to push it a little bit, but I might just end stream at some point soon. I could just. Oh, God. Yeah. I can barely talk. I'm brewing up some kind of coughing storm. Oh, well. But, I mean, exciting new series tomorrow. Probably means no commentary during the Farlands episode tomorrow. I mean, I usually space them out anyway, just because the Journey of the Farlands stuff can be a bit taxing to film, especially when I'm a bit sick still. can be a bit hard to come up with things to entertain you guys with all the time. So that's why I have no commentary. It's my kind of saving grace when I want to film. I just think of it like my drive to continue enjoying the Farlands is a bit different to my drive to do commentary. They're a bit out of pace with each other, but it still allows me to film. This gives you guys the choice of just being able to watch commentary only episodes, which is you still got like at least 1 or 2 a week, so that's pretty good. And then then my other series are about once a week at best, which I think is quite good. And I may do them more frequently if I get really excited, probably by this new series. But I'm gonna try and keep it to at least once a week, maybe. Or at least, but like hopefully once a week, and then have that be it. But I may decide that is. I may decide that I want to film more, and so be it. It's kind of, if I do decide to film more, it's positive. You guys get more stuff. I am happy. Works both ways. Win-win. I can have a win-win. I keep bloody freezing. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we're lagging here. Okay, I'm gonna. I know it's a bit impromptu, my whole thing going on here, but I'm gonna go to no commentary for a while. I might restart my game just to make sure we're all in good races here. But I shall return after I'm back from my break with some no commentary stuff for the rest of the episode. I gave you guys a good 55 minutes of talking, so I figure that's all right for today. But before I cough into oblivion, I'm gonna go on break here. Yeah, I'll do the outro at the end of the episode. I'll lead into that right now. All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys. See you guys around.